Shed security. I'll show you mine. Well, here's mine. Wait for it. Can you see? Right. There's a little bit of scrap iron, probably a quid's worth, and probably £2 apart from that, that's it. You know, I just put my junk in here and get rid of it sometimes, and when I feel like. Anyway, it works. I'll just tell you how and why. I know when it was almost 6 years ago, because I had my lock, you see. I lost Barney 6 years as June, and it was about 3 months before that. Anyway, I was feeding him in the kitchen, and he suddenly turned and barked at the door, and I opened the door for him, and he come round with a hell of commotions. I come out to see what was happening, and there was 2 youths stood there with the door open. You know, I couldn't believe it. Bit shocked, obviously, so I told them to clear off. Well, of course, Barney was here, just stood here barking at them like. So they climbed over this wall and jumped down there. It's a hell of a drop, as you can see. And one went limping off. And so, all they got from me was a fright, a disappointment and twisted ankle. So they didn't come back. Well, after that debacle, they haven't come back. By the way, I did report it, and the plainclothes policeman come round 10 minutes later. What I didn't tell you, by the way, I went out the front, and I see this lad limping down the street, and good job I restrained myself, because I nearly jumped in my car and went after him, you know. Good job I didn't. So that was that. Anyway, then of course, playing about the cars, weren't we, doing the field bangers. And it was my first time, to be honest, I haven't had much to do with modern cars at all until then, so I learned quite a lot. Anyway, one thing you get from them are these. You know what that is? It's out my KA field bagger, airbag. That's a steering wheel airbag. There's dozens in cars nowadays, and these things are chucked away all the time. Now, there was a chap had an allotment, and his shed kept getting broke into, so he booby-trapped it. He put a shotgun pointing at the door with a bit of string to the trigger. Anyway, one day, I think it's a true story this as well, one day he forgot about it and shot himself, you know, so that was something. And all it is, I've been chatting online to someone about, he'd done a shed and he was putting locks on and stuff like that. Now the problem is today are these things. This isn't a cordless one, universal keys, right? This isn't a cordless one, but you can get cordless angle grinders. So locks are useless today, unless they, you know, they're a bit of a deterrent, but that's it. So if you're thinking of, this is just about something you can do, because you locked your 2,000 quid lawnmower in your shed, isn't it? That's all. And just to show you, I found these. I can't remember exactly what it was on, to be honest. But that is a good quality 5-lever lock. And it was in between, I should have got a bit, let's have a bit, yeah, this will do to show you. Right, it bust. I don't know what happened to it, it wouldn't unlock. It was on a, I think it was a chest I had, I can't just remember. Some sort of box, you know, quite a heavy duty box that I'd locked up. And it was like that, and I'd done quite a good job actually. And anyway, this was through those two pieces, if you can see that, like that. So there wasn't a lot of room to get to it. It was a very strong box, and I didn't want to, you know, cut the box up. and I just went to undo it. And as I say, it was all, you know, welded up and everything else. It'd been a hell of a job to open it, so I just got the angle grinder and ran it down a gap that big, if you can see. And that, as I say, was a very good quality 5-lever lock with hardened steel pins in it, you know. I mean, it was definitely as hard as these modern locks, wasn't it? You know, not a bank, you know, not a blooming Fort Knox type lock, but it was decent. And as I say, so it don't matter what lock you got today, they're not. So anyway, this is just about something I thought of for a shed alarm. And if you get one of these, and all you have to do, it's very simple to do, rig it up above the door. Now, to set them off, there's 2 terminals on. I ain't got the plug. There's a plug in the middle. It might even be that plug that I need, I don't know. But anyway, get the plug with them. And I mean, when you're racing, you know, even on field bangers, first thing you do, you're going to have a crash. So the first thing you do is take the airbag out, you know. What does that tell you about them? Anyway, all you've got to do is put 12 volts to, I think it's those 2, but I'm not sure. I don't like playing with them much because there's actually explosives in them, you know. So anyway, all you have to do is rig it up to a 12 volt battery through a switch. Well, you want 2 switches because you need one to switch it off before you go in your door. And then all you have to do, and I've just got this to show you quickly, mount it to a piece of wood or something. That's not quite ideal, is it? But something like that. So you mount it like that, right? And then hinge your wood, which will go on the door, so it'll be like that, right? And then you can put a switch in here, a pull type switch, which again I don't think I've got one, but I'm sure you get the idea. Just a normal switch that you pull on, a spring loaded thing, and have it on a bit of chain onto the above the door, right? So what happens is that's hinged like that, and all you need, I mean, this is ever so simple, it's going to cost pennies, you know. All you need to hinge it is something like that, shaped a bit better on the door, and it's hung down on its chain like that. It's hung down on its chain, you see, and the chain's got the switch on. Of course it hasn't set the airbag off because you've got another switch where you disconnected the battery, and then you shut the door and it lifts it up so it's switched off, you see. So the lads come along and bring the universal key and cut the lock off, and they open the door, that drops down and sets the airbag off, which goes bang, and it'll be just in front of the faces, won't it, on the door. Let me come back so you can see it. See what I mean? There's your door, there's your height of your door, and it'll go bang, and there'll be a big bang. Well, I was thinking, you know, they're a bit of fun, aren't they? You can set them off and that, but, well, if I set them off here, they'll be the armed squad, the riot squad and the armed police will be around in seconds, won't they? So, you know, if it was summertime, I would do it. I've come inside, it's a blooming cold day, I tell you. So anyway, that's the idea, right? This is just to give you the idea, and I think it's a blooming good idea because it'll be a damn good deterrent, because you can buy these expensive alarms, obviously, and they'll work and they'll let you know, but the trouble is, if you're out and an alarm goes off, well, unless you're close enough to home to get home, if you've got an alert on your phone or something like that, there's plenty of time to get away. And if it's just an alarm going off, well, it's not going to stop them now, because there's so many we don't take any notice, do we? Car alarms, a lot, waste of time. But if you get a big bang like that, if I let this off outside today, I nearly guarantee the police would turn up within a few minutes. I do, honestly. So if you're somewhere where you're not supposed to be, and you open the door and there's a huge bang, not only will you get a shock, but everyone will be looking out, so you'll no doubt clear off. So there you are. I think that's a pretty cracking idea, you know, to protect your valuables in the shed. But as you see, I ain't got any, so the best security you can have is mine, isn't it? Right, hope you like that anyway. And see what you think. Look forward to your comments. See you soon. Last thing, obviously, have you noticed where I've hung my masterpiece? Hey? It's, I've cleared this corner, as you saw. It's a bit... I've just moved stuff around the outboard. My mate's having it, and there's only a few tools and bits and pieces there, weren't there? So I've moved that, and I thought that would be a good place for it. And I've only hung it on 2 nails, so I can take it off and move it about if I want. But yeah, it's going to be useful. Told you that, didn't I? Right, that's it this time. Cheers.